Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Kenya. I am your professional therapist and I hope to be your counselor. Let's start by knowing your name and how old are you?
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Mary and I am 25 years old.
Okay, nice to meet you, Mary. Tell me how you've been feeling this day.
To be honest, I haven't been feeling very well these days. I think I'm living through the darkest days of my life.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, I have felt engaged, trapped in a death from which I don't know how to get out. A long time ago, something happened in my life that changed me completely. My older brother sexually abused me one night when I arrived drunk, when I was only 14 years old. I did not know what to do at the time, and I just thought of telling my mother, but she didn't support me. Since then, I have not allowed anyone to touch me, and now I'm 25 years old. I'm going to get married with the love of my life, and I don't know how I'm going to do the wedding night because I have not told him anything about what happened to me. I am totally scared.
Okay, Mary, I understand. And how long have you been in a relationship with your boyfriend?
We've been together for 3 years.
Well, and why during these 3 years of relationship have you not told your boyfriend anything?
No, I don't know. He trusts me and I trust him, but I have not told this to anyone, only my mother, and she never support me. And sometimes I think that if my mother doesn't support me, and who else can?
And before you met your boyfriend, how did you feel?
When I felt lost, I did not let anyone enter my life or my feelings. But something different happened. He became my boyfriend, he became my friend first, and he was my best friend before I had a relationship. And before him, I was a lonely person. I had no friends. I lived in constant depression. Every day, my life was tormented by what my older brother did to me. It was in my mind, my skin, and my body. I couldn't stand myself.
Okay. And after being with him for 3 years, what has changed about you?
Well, I have changed a lot. Now I have friends. I started attending a church. I started looking at myself in the mirror and stopped feeling so much pain and guilt. I learned to love myself more and value myself.
Okay. And how do you feel when you are with him?
Oh, I feel happy, complete. I feel like it's my compliment. He makes me feel safe and that nothing bad is going to happen to me.
That's great. And how would your life be different if you had not been abused by your older brother?
Well, I would have had a normal youth like the others. I would have been afraid. I would not have been afraid of having a relationships. I would have had more friends, and my relationship with my family would have been way, way, way better.
Okay. And do you consider that you have a functional family?
No, it's not functional at all.
Okay. How is your relationship with your family today?
We just don't talk. I left home, I found a job, and looked for a place to live. After that, I had no further communication with them. My father abandoned us when I was a baby, and it was just my mother, my brother, and me. So currently, I don't talk to either of them.
And when your boyfriend abused you, excuse me, your brother abused you, how was your boyfriend relationship after that? The time you were living with them?
Now that I think about it, it's incredible, but he continued to his life as if nothing bad happened. He talked to me and treated me like his younger sister. For him, nothing bad happened, but I was marked for the rest of my life. It was a false relationship between him and me, a lie that he himself built.
Okay, and with your mom?
It's the same. It was as if they had agreed, but she knew that she had lost me, but that did not matter to her at all.
Okay. Do you have any memories, Mary, of your past other than the event of the abuse with your brother?
Yes, I do. I always remember when my mother caresses my hair until I fall asleep.
And how do you feel about that memory?
For a second, I feel distant happiness, but then I feel pain because it seems that it was a false moment that never existed.
Okay, and what is more important for you, Mary? Superiority, control, comfort, or pleasure? And why?
I think it's control because one day they took away, um, one day it took away from me, and I couldn't have control of what I wanted.
Okay,
And now being control for me is very important.
okay. Well, Mary, it is normal that you want to be in control of everything because you did not want to be sexually abused by your brother. but you could not have control of that. You also did not want your relationship with your mother to end like this in the future because you consider her to be the most important figure in your life, and it is normal that you have not had the confidence these 3 years of relationship with your boyfriend and tell him what happened to you when you were 14 years old. Because when you told the most important person in your life who was your mother, she doesn't help you and walk away from you. It is not your fault. You feel what you feel, and it's not your fault what happened. You were just a victim of abuse by the people you love the most. Now,
Mm.
even if we wanted to, many times we cannot have the all control of all the things that happen in our lives, but we can have control of our decisions by being aware of the positive or negative consequences of these decisions that we make. So we can start by making the decision to change the hidden feeling that you have had for so long. You are going to take a notebook and for a week you are going to start writing down all your thoughts, no matter what they are. Write them all down, and where in the next therapy session we're going to discuss it. You are also going to create a table and you are going to divide into parts, and you are going to write in one part what will happen if I told my boyfriend what happened to me when I was 14 years old. And in the other part, you are going to write what will happen if you decide not to tell him, and we will also discuss it. Do you agree with this, Mary? Do you like this idea?
Yes, it sounds fine. Sound fine to me.
Okay,
Yes.
that's excellent, Mary. That's very helpful for you. And I wanted to see you once a week. Please make an appointment with my secretary. And it was a pleasure to talk with you, Mary, today.
Perfect. It was a pleasure to be with you today as well. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elise. I am a professional therapist. I'm going to assist you today. What brought you here today?
Well, for several years, I have to been feeling very depressed, worried, anxious. It's been lingering for too long. I have decided to come to see you today.
Well, it's good to have you with us today. So you just mentioned that you have been having depression, anxiety for several years. Tell me about that, so that I can better understand what really happened to you.
Well, since my very young age, I have always known that I was smart and I had always been an A student. Then, at the age of 16, I decided to enroll in an advantage program. I was accepted. However, the program was so intense that I could not keep up. I started to get low grade no matter how much effort I did. So, unfortunately, I was kicked out of the program. It was very big shock for me. I did not know that I would fail at school. I started to isolate myself, decline more and more at school. Me being an A student became a C student. I almost failed 12th grade and I also missed my high school graduation due to lack of motivation to do schoolwork. As a result, I missed my opportunity to go to the college that I wanted because of my low grade. I feel hopeless, depressed, anxious. I have no interest in any that I really enjoy. I worry about my future, but thoughts always comes to my mind every time.
So, what kind of thoughts go through your mind whenever you feel depressed, anxious, or worried?
Well, I think that I am failure and I am worthless.
So what makes you think that you're a failure or worthless?
From the time I was kicked out of the program, I lost confidence in myself. It was like the door to failure was open for me. I failed in everything that I have tried.
Okay. So, do you happen to say things to yourself? Do you carry on any dialogue in your mind? Tell me about it.
Well, yes, I do. I do. I tell myself that I am dumb. I am not smart. I will be nothing in life, and I am failure and worthless. I rewind my stupid actions all the time and always think about what people think about me. I always say things like this. Why did you do this, dummy? I have to tell myself to shut up by doing shh to myself all the time.
When you have those bad thoughts coming to your mind, so what do you feel?
Well, I feel ashamed, very sad, hopeless, angry at myself.
So why do you feel angry at yourself?
Because, I am the one who is incapable comparing to other people around me. I am the one who always shows that I am not good at anything. Even at work, they see me that way.
So how do you see people around you?
Well, I see that they are smarter than me. They can do whatever they like and succeed. They have energy to pursue and reach their life goals. Me, I cannot succeed in anything.
So, when you feel that depression, how do you feel physically?
To be honest, I feel very weak, lightheaded. I feel tightness of the chest and headache as well.
I understand. I understand, Sandra. For all human beings, what happens, the way we think affects the way we feel things and the way we do things. In other words, our thinking influences our emotions and behaviors. Our thoughts are triggered by some events that occurred in our life. For your case, what triggers your thoughts was failing in your program. It causes you to think that you are a failure, which you truly believe. And that is your core belief. The fact that you think that you are a failure. Because you believe that you are a failure, you develop some emotional and physical symptoms. You feel depressed, anxious, ashamed, sad, hopeless, and physically you have headache, stomachache, and tightness of the chest. And as a result, you lost interest in whatever you feel that you enjoy to do. And then you isolate yourself. So, what we're going to do today, we are going to work on how you can replace those irrational beliefs. First of all, we're going to use a technique that is called self talk. This technique helps you challenge your dysfunctional beliefs and develop more constructive thoughts. It is a way to deal with negative messages. I'm going to have you share with me a few things that you could be saying to yourself instead of I am a failure, I am dumb. So, what kind of positive things you would use to replace those statements, Sandra?
I will say that I am smart and I am achiever.
Great, great, great. That's very positive. So I think you can do it. You can do it. And those positive thought will help you along the way, replacing the irrational ones. And the next technique we are going to use is called shame attacking exercise. So what you're gonna do is resisting the feeling of shame that you feel by refusing to feel ashamed. It's like you're going to attack. You're going to take a position of fight, I can say. You're going to attack this feeling. And you have to tell yourself that it is not the end of the world if someone think of you about anything, it is not the end of the world if someone think whatever they think about you. So you have to keep telling yourself that it is okay. Accept it. It's okay. So the more you practice that, that will help you reduce and even prevent anxiety, the guilt that you feel, the shame that you feel, and depression. And do you think that you can do that? What do you think about that? Do you think that we can collaborate on that?
I think yes, we can. I'm very determined to turn anew in my life.
Great. As I mentioned earlier, you sound very positive. I like those positive words. You said that you're very determined to turn a new life, a new chapter in your life. So that is positive. That's what I wanted to hear. So what we're gonna do now, so I would like you to make an appointment so that we can plan to have our next session very, very soon. It was a great pleasure to work with you today, Sandra. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.